Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. We are here at SEMA, and of course I had to stop at the Lexus booth. Lots of excitement with, of course, their new vehicles that are fresh out of the factories, the new TX, the upcoming GX, but you know what? There's still that top dog that is in Lexus's lineup when it comes to SUVs. What is that? Is this vehicle right here. This is a 2024 Lexus LX 600. But before we get into this full-size, full-on luxury and off-roader, let's talk about what's going on here. Lexus is really going through a bit of a renaissance, a little bit of a rejuvenation, going through their lineup, changing the exteriors, but also making big changes to the interiors as well. Now, if you want a full-size SUV and you definitely want to have that ultimate in reliability, and of course, at the end of the day, if you ever go to sell your Lexus, have, of course, that price value holding power, the LX 600 is really that top notch when it comes to full-size SUVs. Now, of course, there's a lot of competition from Infiniti, from Cadillac, from Lincoln. So what I want to find out is if you're looking for the best new full-size luxury SUV, do you want to go LX 600? Let's go ahead. Let me show you what's unique about this one and show you it might be the right answer. Let's go ahead, dive in and find out. Right off the bat, the proportions. I've always felt that the LX really is that full-size SUV without going too overboard. You look at a Navigator, you look at an Escalade, especially if it's those extended versions, they look like rolling apartments. This, you could tell it's full-size, but it's got that overall good dimension to it. Now, at the front of the business, you're of course gonna have full LED lighting, and Lexus does a great job with the way that they style their daytime running lamp, their triple LED beam headlights. And then as we work our way down, you're gonna notice these ginormous functional corner air intakes. Of course, gloss black with the horizontal bars, and you're also gonna have your LED fog lamps down below. Now, as we come across that big, wide, open mouth grille that Lexus is known for, I like the touches on this particular one. You have the flat black, everything horizontal, that Lexus badge, so much history, forward-facing camera. And then as we continue down, the little finish of the metallic silver on the lower lip of the bumper just gives it a nice touch. Now you'll notice that this has a special wrap on it specific for SEMA. It almost reminds me a little bit of like a amphibian, like a sort of like a chameleon appearance to it. I really like the hues of green and blue, and depending on where you're at with the lighting, it changes color. Now, as we rise up, you got that big, bold hood with a nice canyon in the center. No bulge, but you have a nice canyon, and it gives it great visual reference points from both sides. Now, as we come around the bend, here's where we're gonna see some of the special touches. All the way around, look at what we got going on, wheel and tire setup. So you're gonna get these nice gunmetal gray wheels. Overall simple design, but I think simple is what this vehicle needs. 18-inch wheel wrapped in these Toyo tires, these open country all-terrain with the proper shielding all the way around. And if you're wondering what's the size of this tire, 265 on the width, 70 series sidewall, and of course, you're gonna have that grappling power when you're going on-road and off-road. Now, another thing I want to point out is they do a great looking caliper. You can't see it because of the wheel, but it actually gloss black caliper with the Lexus badge. I promise you it's there. And then the way that they wrapped everything around the fender opening gives it a nice cohesive design. Let me know down in the comment section what you're thinking about the color on this wrap, because I'm telling you, the metallic and the way that it changes colors really gives this a sporty off-road look. Now, underneath the hood, of course, we don't have a V8. And I'm hoping that by now you're over that. You got a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission, 409 horsepower. So you can't argue about the horsepower and of course the 4x4 capability of this vehicle. Now, as we come down the side, you are gonna have your gloss black on your mirror caps, but I like the way they brought some metallic gray in there. You got your turn signals, nice and bright. Up top, we see what this vehicle is capable of. Now, you may see this in your mall parking lot, but this is set up with this nice cargo carrier up top. You got your crossbars. Of course, we have a paddle board up there, but you could put your canoes, you could put your kayaks. Hell, if one of your kids is misbehaving, you could put them up top. but Lexus does not recommend that. I'm just saying. Coming down the side, love the way it's got the nice powder coated finish on this roof rack setup. You're gonna have gloss black on your mirror caps. And then I like the actual running boards, and I'm gonna show you why in a second. So I'm gonna open up the door, and with these running boards, even though this Lexus isn't like raised 50 feet up in the air, it allows you to get up top to do whatever you need to without having to stretch or without having to go get a step stool or something like that. But coming towards the rear of the vehicle, like I said, this roof rack system absolutely fits it to a T, especially for this full size. I like the way that they did the black chrome finish around the window openings. Really, really nice touch. And then here's where you really get to see what is the true capability. So when you're going out and you want to take the family away from the TVs, you want to take them away from all of the technology, here is your full camp setup, Yakima setup, great quality with the partnership that Lexus has. Plus Lexus is going to have accessories of their own, not only for this vehicle, but for their other SUVs. At the back, you got your full LED lighting, and I love the way it's got that nice long roof spoiler. The one zonk is this guy right here. That's got to go. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside, and I just want to talk about some of the touches of the interior of this LX. All right, guys, we are inside this 2024 LX 600. I know we've already done the media drives, but I kind of just wanted to show you the interior and kind of remind you about what the LX brings to the table. When it comes to luxury SUVs, there's a lot of different ways you could go. And if you're wondering, well, what's the price on something like this? They range anywhere from the $70,000 range up to $90,000. If you go luxury premium, you're touching that $100,000 range. But you're doing the same with the competition as well. So there's really no cheap options at this level. But why don't I go ahead, let me show you what you get when you go LX 600 to the door panels. I love the way they design the door panels and the materials. You're gonna have soft touch all over the door panel. You have dark wood right by the door handle there. That's dark stained wood, real wood, not fake plastic. Contrast stitching, the Mark Levinson sound system. I do have to zonk the gloss black though. That's a lot of gloss black there. Door pocket is also tight, so maybe 2 Krispy Kremes and a large coffee to wash it down. Going from the door panel to the dash, the leather, the stitching, the soft touch material. Can't turn it on because we're at the auto show here at SEMA, but you have your dual screens, which actually makes sense when you're driving. All of the switch gear from mode selection to your 4x4 system to your AC controls. This is going to control the 10-speed automatic, 2 cup holders, wireless charging, nice soft leather material with the stitching, and then of course the seats. Same deal. They did a great design. You can move them 20 different ways from Sunday. Full power assist for the passenger, full power assist for the driver, standard size sunroof. It almost hurts for me to say that. I wish it was panoramic, and that's a zonk, but you do have 3-row flexibility, and in this particular one, you can sit 3 across. But why don't you go ahead, get your butt over here. I want to show you behind the wheel of this LX. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel of this LX 600. Cool to show this little campground setup that they have with this vehicle. Of course, the seats, you got plenty of room. All of your switch gear is very easy to get to. And then I love the thickness of the wheel, the leather, the stitching, and you do have paddles, metal, to go up and down that 10-speed automatic. I apologize for the beeping. We are here at SEMA and I don't have the key fob. Digital display. Obviously, if you want to see this in motion, I will leave one of my drive reviews of this vehicle, but cool that the exterior has all the touches, but yet the interior was up to snuff to where this is what you would get from the factory. But why don't we go ahead? We can't go for a spin today. I'll leave a link to that video at the end so you could go on throttle with me, but let's wrap it up from SEMA. All right, guys, this has been an amazing SEMA experience. Definitely want to thank the whole Lexus USA team for getting us access to this specially prepped LX 600. Let me know what you think. If you're going full-size SUV, would you like to go this route, especially with this wrap? Are you digging this color? Should this be a factory color? Let me know down in the comment section. But If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ladies Rides family. Of course, we need to give it up. Stephen Flood Photography, working that camera like a champ, like he always does. The true professional. That's what I like to call him, the professional. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.